Good morning. This is Jen, and I'm coming to you live here on Facebook for the last day of Domestic Violence Awareness Month. And first and foremost, I want to thank each and every one of you for all of the support during these last 30 days. It was a journey for sure. My goal was to get one person to understand and realize that domestic violence is so much more than broken bones and bruises, that the layers of abuse include intimidation, manipulation, and they're not talked about. Any behavior that is meant to control and intimidate another is abuse. Now, unfortunately, many of those layers of abuse are carefully hidden secrets. We don't like to talk about them. We really just like to dismiss that behavior as, oh, he's a jerk, and I have no idea why she stays with him. When really your victim is living in a world of sadistic domestic violence. The levels of abuse are secrets, like I have said many times, and they're so secret that I didn't even know a few times that I was in relationships of true domestic violence. Based on the calls, text messages, private messages, and comments that I've received, I think I've achieved my goal. So first and foremost, to the victims who reached out to me, either in the comments or privately, know that I applaud you. I know how hard it is to make that first call or send that message, that you are living in hell and that you do not know what to do. My best advice for all victims is to reach out to their local domestic violence center to get help. They can help you do some of the heavy lifting and putting some pieces together of your life, and they'll also take care of the emotional healing like mine did. To those who called and texted, and I heard a lot of messages from you saying, I had no idea. I got a lot of, Jen, how the heck did this happen to you? I also got a lot of, I'm sending this to my friend because she's living in it. And many have said to me, again, publicly and privately, now my former life makes a whole bunch of sense. I know that for many of you, this can all be very shocking. You now have some idea and perspective on a relationship that you may encounter often. And you are now wondering how to start to drip information to that victim. So while jarring for many of you, I'm glad that it was actually eye-opening. That's the purpose of Domestic Violence Awareness Month. It's actually been going on for over 40 years, and I don't think that we've done a good job with the awareness piece because so many people don't know what it is. So based on my very small month here, the last 30 days, I can tell you that we have a really big problem to solve. I had no idea there were people in so much pain out there. Now, when you do the research, you will learn that, and I've seen a lot of statistics, upwards of 75% of individuals will face some form of abuse in their life, some form of domestic violence from childhood right through adulthood. The first step is education. We need to know what it looks like and crack open those secrets. I also want to encourage all of you, and I have done this here during the month, talk to your children. Let them know that they are worthy of a safe and healthy relationship. And also let them know that if they get themselves into trouble, they have your unconditional support. They need to know that any time in life that they are buried under, they don't know how to get out. They think that they're stuck in some horrible relationship, that it doesn't matter the parameters or what's going on, that you will help them. Because here's the thing, the abusers are out there. And they have an agenda of manipulation and control from the minute they meet their victim. They often also have a skill set, a finely tuned skill set that will bend her to their will over time. They have an agenda of simultaneously devaluing and stripping her of her self-confidence and self-worth, while at the same time bonding her to him. She needs to know, or he needs to know, that she can reach out to you for help. We've got to be able to also step in and save her before it's too late. Now, I also think that this is a great time for me to share a few things about my personal experience. First, the stories that I shared this month are not just from one relationship. They're actually from several abusive relationships that I have been in, both physical and emotionally abusive. There was a deep wound inside of me that was causing me to run into the arms of abusers. Working for 2 years with my local domestic violence shelter, I healed that wound. I've rebuilt my life. I have found a path to profound peace. And honestly, I can say that for the first time in my life, I'm living the most authentic version of myself on my own terms, which is how we want to all be living. You can be in a relationship and still be doing the things that you want to be doing during your day. Now, I will share that the path to this peace has been incredibly lonely and really, really scary, even with an abundance of support that I have had. There were many times that I actually didn't think I was going to make it emotionally and financially, which is something else I want to address. It takes a victim an average of 7 times to leave an abuser. You finally leave when you are ready. It may baffle you as you watch her struggle. It may baffle you as she goes back, but she probably doesn't think that she can make it on her own. She really just needs you to love and support her with everything that you have. To rebuild, she's going to need to feel safe. And the rights of her abusers are going to be far more important to the world than her need for safety. See, abusers strip victims of their feeling of safety, and they're allowed to do it because they color just outside the lines of the law, and they just get away with whatever they want to. Threatening emails, finding you in public, it doesn't matter what they do, they're allowed to. I also want you to know this. I seem to have it all together. Now, trust me, I have a long way to go, but I know that to many, I seem to have it all together. When I speak to victims, when I do trainings for the Domestic Violence Center for their volunteer team, people say to me all the time, wow, Jen, you have quite a lot of energy. I do now. I left domestic violence a few times, dilapidated, my career on life support, my relationship with my friends strained. It was ugly and it was terrifying, but also led over the last several years to the period probably of greatest transformational growth of my life. I want to go back and say that when I started this journey at the beginning of October, all I wanted to do is shine a light. And I had, again, no idea that people were hurting so badly. And I want to say that I want to thank you if you've added your own experience and perspective to my discussion, because I can't speak for anyone else. I can speak what it's like for a woman to be abused by men, but there's plenty of men out there who are also abused by women, children abused by parents, and those who have been abused by friends and other family members. Your local domestic violence center can actually help you sort all that out. They don't just say that the abuse has to have happened in the last few months. So if you have suffered any sort of abuse during your life, please reach out and get the support that they need. So I want to say that a lot of people have questioned, both privately and publicly, about where I'm going with all this. I do have a plan. I'm not willing to share it with you yet, but I am looking forward to it unfolding in due time. As soon as things start to happen, I will keep you updated. I also want you to know that I just shared the highlight reel this month. There are still volumes of information to get out there. Keep sharing your stories, reach out for support when you need it, and I'm here for you. If you have questions about how you get that support as a victim, taking that first step with that first call, or you want to start to heal from abuse you've experienced in the past, or you want to help a friend, reach out at any time. To the victims that you will save, even if it's just one that we all collectively save, I say thank you in advance. She is out there. She is living in a personal hell that you can't imagine, and she is waiting for us to help her. Thank you again. Everyone have a wonderful Halloween, and I look forward to keeping the discussion going. Thanks.